We're here at a rally to protest the Supreme Court decision on Citizens United, a Supreme Court decision which gives complete and unfettered access to the politics of our country by the corporations of the United States and the world. But it means that the people, the citizens, do not have any control over the large treasuries of the corporations in the United States. That the people are prohibited from reining in the control of money in our politics. And we are here to protest that. However, I was talking to my friend Joe Walsh here, and I'd like to say that I don't know that this narrow little element will change much in the United States or in the world. Imagine if you went to a hospital and the only operating part of the hospital was the emergency room. And you went and you took people who were deathly ill and you saved them, and then you sent them back out into the world. No maternity ward, no cancer therapy, nobody who even gave you an aspirin. Only people who are deathly ill were ever seen. That's what we keep doing in politics if we don't change the whole structure and look at it and become conscious of what's causing this crisis in our social arrangements. This crisis is one of unfettered consumerism, unfettered materialism, unfettered greed. And with that greed and that unwillingness to restrain ourselves, that raping of the earth and the resources available to us at the present, that cannot be sustained. It leads to us fighting over these resources. It leads to us going into the Middle East and demanding the oil for us and killing 1 million Iraqis to make sure that they don't get the oil for them rather than for the West and the United States exclusively. We have to stop doing that, and it's going to take a long haul to change the many people who want to baby drill, the many people who want to tell people who are suffering under capitalism, get a job. That's not the way to establish peace and prosperity in the world, to hate people and to restrict what happens to only the rich and the wealthy.
All right. And your name was?
I am Michael Mayo. Mm-hmm. I'm running against the corporate Democrat in this congressional district, Earl Blumenauer. I am the nominee of the Pacific Green Party, and I'd like people to vote for a real change.
All right. Thank you. Howdy, Joe.
One of the things that people of Oregon should understand is Ron Wyden voted for the Chief Justice Roberts. He voted for his confirmation. I was so angry over that I picketed his old office down on Broadway on the east side for about 2 days over that. And my argument to Wyden at that time, a few years ago, was that the next one was going to be worse and he will regret it. And the decision that came down from the Supreme Court by the terrible five, Alito, Roberts, Thomas, Kennedy, and Scalia is an absolute disgrace, and everybody is in jeopardy now because there is unlimited amounts of money going to be spent on every campaign, every one of them, from city council all the way to the President of the United States. We already have corruption. Now it is a flood of corruption. So what Senator Wyden owes an apology to the people of Oregon for voting for this man who sits as the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. And I'd like to read just one line of the preamble to the Constitution of the United States. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, and then it goes on. The first line of the preamble of the Constitution talks about justice. We have no justice. We have 5 renegade Supreme Court justices that will take away all of our rights unless people get off their asses and do something. Stop saying you can't do anything. These guys in the Green Party that are running for office are doing something. You who watch this, whether you like me, you like them, they are doing something more than you are. So get off your ass, make the phone calls, and get in the damn streets because you're losing your republic.
Thanks, John.
All right, well, here we are at Pioneer Square. We're having our anti-corporate personhood event. We could have got a few more people here, but it seems that people haven't realized yet how important this issue is. The Supreme Court in Citizens United has given corporations the right to outright buy politicians now. Before they had to do it through political action committees. This does make a difference. The difference it makes is it's waking a few people up. But it's our job to wake up more people. That's going to be the centerpiece of my campaign. Until politicians can't be bought and sold by corporations, we're going to have to keep putting up with what we get. We get phony health care reform. It's just prepackaged and sold as health care reform, and it's nothing but a bailout for the insurance industry. If you want real health care reform, if you want to stop the wars, if you want to do anything that isn't on the corporate agenda, you have to get out here and join us. You have to get out here and help us get out the vote for the Green Party. One thing that distinguishes the Green Party from the two major parties is we are not allowed to take corporate PAC money. We don't want corporate PAC money. We want to go and represent the people. You can trust us because we're going to do it that way or not at all. We can win, but you have to believe that we can win, and then you have to make it happen. We can't do this by ourselves, folks. Get out to these events. We're going to have a whole series of anti-corporate personhood events. Everybody needs to understand what corporate personhood is. Corporations are not people. They don't have rights. The due process clause of the 14th Amendment says all people, all persons born and naturalized in the United States have the rights guaranteed under the Constitution. Corporations are not born. They're created by the people, by the government, and the government is supposed to be the people. It's not a government of the corporations, by the corporations, and for the corporations, unless we let it be that. So folks, get out there and take your country back. This is a participatory democracy. Don't walk by when you see these events. Join us. Sign up. Help us. We're out there to help you. Thank you.